first show of April for Pegcity Soundoff, and we are here with an outstanding local punk band here in Until Defeat. Got Howard, Aiden, Harry. How you guys doing?
Good.
I feel great.
Doing good. That's awesome. So really quick at the top of the show, I just wanted to mention our sponsors really quick. So we have the sponsor of the year first off. That is CDL, Architectural and Cladding, Architectural and Cladding. Great company with over 50 years of experience. They aim to pretty much help you with the entire process, budgeting, planning, building, and they've been a big help to us with the podcast. So shout out to CDL. You can check them out on their website. And also our monthly sponsor. So that is Little Gallery of Big Messes once again. They've been a sponsor for a long time of the podcast, big supporter of Pegcity Soundoff. And they have an event coming up March 28th. So that's at Bulldog Event Center. And it's going to be great. They got bands, they got artists, poetry, lots of familiar faces there. Kayla Wilding's there, I know. Bo Turner's there doing poetry as well. Mark Humphrey, obviously. So a lot of great people putting on that event. So that's March 28th. And great to have you guys back on. How you been doing?
Pretty good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, last we talked, we were on a forbidden island, if I remember. We felt the need to consume those two songs that come out at that time.
Yeah.
It was right before Punk Fest in July, which is obviously a great show, one of the bigger shows you played last year. How have things been? You kind of come out of hibernation now this year after a bit of a break. How have things been for the chemistry of the band, just evolving everything over the past while?
You know what? Chemistry-wise, like playing together, I think we just keep getting better. It just keeps, it gets more solid. Howard, I'm sure, agrees with that. Harry, I'm sure, agrees. I hope he's terrible technical difficulties at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, we apologize, Harry. He's doing his best over there. He really is.
I'm using the McDonald's Wi-Fi from Antarctica, so it's going to take a second.
It's one of those things, yeah.
Am I finally here?
Oh my God, it's Harry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We were just talking about the chemistry of the band. So the evolution since Punk Fest, since 2025, just everything that's been going on.
Yeah. Like the chemistry, like the more we play, like as a group, like I feel like the tighter it gets and the better it gets. I saw a video from like our first show, and like it's noticeable how much more tighter as like a group we've gotten over the course of over a year now, like as a 3-piece, and it's been great. It's been really fun, and like we're able to. When we practice for a show and we give ourselves a time limit, we're able to stay within that time limit pretty consistently. So, yeah.
Awesome. And that is very important, obviously, especially if you're playing bigger shows like when you were playing Punk Fest there. So that's awesome. I don't want to waste any time. Let's bring it up. Like I said, you guys are coming out of hibernation after a bit of a break there. And the next big show is March 6th on Friday at St. James Plains, right? This Friday.
This Friday.
Yes.
Absolutely. Give me some details here. Got some great bands to begin with.
Well, I'll do it because I haven't had a chance to talk. I don't know how it's been going here.
We can hear you loud and clear now.
Awesome. Okay. St. James Lanes. Be there for 7. We start now. We're opening at 7:30 p.m.
Okay, so early start.
After us will be social public disservice. I'm sorry, I keep getting that name confused with Social Distortion. I know it's not the same group.
We're opening for Social Distortion?
I would love to open for Social Distortion. That would be awesome. And then after that will be Weverman and closing Death Tax. It's going to be awesome. Seth from Second Floor Patients has said he will be there and he will kill everyone during our set. So be there.
He's been known to do that. That's understandable.
He's been killing a lot of people recently.
Yeah, absolutely. Notorious for that, for sure.
It's awful.
And great to see you guys playing with Death Tax again. I know you played with them. I'm pretty sure it was the same night at Punk Fest. So
yes,
we've played.
They're a great band.
I got a great photo of Travis from behind with like his mohawk perfectly splitting the stage. And
Oh, nice.
I'm like, I saw him like walk in front of me. I'm like, wait a second, this is a perfect opportunity, and like it split the stage perfectly. It was awesome.
That's wicked. Well, not to give too much away, obviously, but anything planned big for that show? Like I said, it's your show back. If you're opening up, you probably only have so much time, but like you just said, you've been getting better and better at staying on that time. So anything planned for that, or do you have to wait and see and show up there, basically?
I don't think so. I think I've finally written like solo parts. So if you want to actually see me play a proper solo instead of fiddling on a fucking guitar, that might be the time to do it. But
Yeah.
It's some of the songs have more complete lyrics I've been noticing.
yes, I've actually figured it out. For some reason, we've gone through all of our material and actually, finalized it. Strokes chin.
And then, as well, if you come, you'll have a chance to snag one of these Until Defeat beanies. Very comfortable. And brand new t-shirt. Never before sold at a show of ours ever. Definitely not. But
Excellent.
these are our new people watching shirts and new stickers. In the spirit of consume, please buy our stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's get to that really quick, because that was one of the things I was going to ask you about. Was your new merch? It's something that obviously you designed recently, or did you just have that in mind when you started the single or working on the single?
I think we have had the merch since November.
Yeah.
Around November. The single we've been sitting on. No, I mean, before it was even considered a single, we just had the song. We've been sitting on it, and I kind of figured we've been recording some things recently, and I was like, okay, can we just drop something? Can we just get a song out?
Yeah.
And we did. We put out a song.
Yeah, absolutely. Released it last Friday. Perfect time, obviously, with the new show coming up. So
Yeah, we're busy this March.
We've been very busy. We've been very busy before, and now we'll be very busy again in a good way. So
yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the swing of things once February, March comes around. It seems like for the music scene, right?
mm.
And you guys would know that obviously from being in multiple bands as well. So you got lots. I'm sure lots of pots brewing there.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
So like you said, you released People Watching last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you wrote it a while ago, obviously, but any memories of writing that song or how that came up, or even
Like
just
any of our songs do, I just kind of came along with a riff, and then Harry's like, okay, and then he played drums with it, and then we just made more. Howard is a darling prince and just learned it very quickly.
Yeah, this was the second last song we wrote before Howard joined the band.
So it goes that far back. Wow.
Yeah, it was about November of 2024, I think.
Okay.
Time isn't real. I don't remember anything anymore.
And I'm trying to remember, like when I had seen you guys for the first time live, because I definitely saw you guys before I joined at Bulldogs for the holiday show.
That holiday show, yes, we would have played it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if I saw you guys before that or like.
Yes, you would. You did see us at our very first venue show at the Bulldog, and we did not play it because it was not written yet.
There you go.
Yeah, so when I eventually got to hear like the demo version of it, it kind of quickly became my favorite out of all the ones that we play, and it's still to this day my favorite song that like is an original of ours that we get like that we play live, and
Yeah.
it's just a fun bass line. It's just a really fun song, and when we played Scam Jam, like people were like dancing like in a row in front of us when we play it like at every show. Like it gets like a really special reaction out of the crowd.
Yeah.
That I really like to see.
That's awesome. And yeah, I definitely could see when I was listening to it originally, I could see that that you would like it with it being a heavier song as well. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, last time we talked, I think the closest that you had to an album was it was a question mark on the whiteboard, if I'm not mistaken. So
That
I
is
was going to ask
exactly.
you, is it an EP that's going to be released? Obviously, you did release an EP. I'll talk about that in a bit with you here. Some of the other songs on the People Watching EP. But is it going to be an EP you're releasing, or a full album, or what are you working on at the moment then, other than the single you just released?
I don't know if Harry's surgically removed the bomb he put in my skull if I mention what we have planned, so I won't say
That's
anything.
been removed.
That's
Go
fair.
for it.
Okay, we got an album ready. It's getting mixed. It's getting mixed. The album's coming out.
Yeah.
Justin,
14 songs.
stop watching this and get back to mixing it.
Get back to work, Justin. Don't make me put you in a cage with the rest of them.
Shout out to Justin. That was actually going to be my next question: is who you had producing or mixing it, or who you had who you were working with?
Yeah, Justin's putting it together there, and he did great with the single. It sounded really amazing, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from people saying that they really liked the mix. He's actually the reason we have a fish on the cover of that, because his last name is Fisher. So I reached out to him and I'm like, "What's your spirit fish?" He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "What's your favorite fish?" He's like, "Catfish." I'm like, "Okay." So that's why there's a catfish on there.
There you go. Well, it does just kind of work, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, that's awesome. And you said 14 new songs coming up. I think.
I use the term "new" loosely. We re-recorded everything that we put up before. So like "Consume," "Forbidden Island," all of our other stuff have been re-recorded to sound a bit better. And yeah, it sound a bit more like fleshed out, like we have done with everything now that we have been a band for longer. So, yeah, I'm excited to put it out. I'm excited to finally have stuff out.
And it's been really exciting for me because it's like half of the stuff that was out previously, and half like this new stuff that's never been recorded and now is going out. So it's, for me, like, it's really nice to get a bit of both sides there, and I think it's going to be a really nice collection of work that I'm really happy to be part of. So
sorry, here.
No worries.
We got some comments coming up here, but they seem to be blocking. I thought they were going to block the bass player. I'm sorry. I was advised to block the bass player.
Yeah.
It's going to come up. Sorry about that.
it's like the Disney Channel. It's just like
a
little wave and it just comes in.
Yeah, exactly. Got a little ticker coming on there. So safe to say, for some of the songs that people haven't heard, that it would be probably a variety of different sounds as well, or I don't know if genre would be the right word, but definitely a variety to diversity, maybe is the word, to the songs.
Yeah, we definitely jump around with like vibe all the time. I kind of have learned as we play more and more music, I hate being categorized. I hate when people try and say what genre we are. Not to smell like a sniff my own fart kind of like, oh, I'm so much higher than all these other musicians. I think that we make a lot more than just one thing. So,
yeah, definitely. I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I would agree with that too, because like some songs would definitely sound like inspired by like skate punk stuff that I like, but others will definitely blur the line between like elements of metal, and I like that because with every song that we put out, like, it's, you never know what to expect. Like, it always keeps you on your toes, and I like that. I like a variety platter. Our music's like trail mix. It's going to be like a nice assortment, and I like that. That's like trail mix a lot. So that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great blend. So I think that Howard already mentioned that People Watching is probably gets the biggest reaction live. Would you guys agree with that, or what do you think would be one or two songs that you'd name if you had to narrow it down? They usually get the best reaction right now.
If it's not a Do What You Want cover, then it might be People Watching or Dance the Apes.
Dance the Apes definitely has like a big reaction too, but yeah.
Yes, of the songs that up to now haven't been released, People Watching has been best received. But I mean, obviously, we've got Aiden gets the crowd going of Dance of the Apes.
Mhm.
You see, so at the last October 3rd show, people started actually dancing. The point finally got across to everyone 5 years after
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to, I thought they were going to kill each other. I was scared.
I remember your eyes. You're like this.
Was that the Tap Post show, or which one was that?
That would have
was
been
his
handsome.
daughter,
That's about it.
Oh, Handsome Daughter. Okay.
I call it.
Okay.
With,
Awesome.
That was the second four patients in the program.
That was
Oh,
that
Wicked. Always a
that
good time. Yeah, I think I said it last time, but you guys are always a great combo for sure.
Mhm.
So maybe we just kind of answered it then, but what went into deciding to release some live versions of some of the songs with people watching? You had Consume, obviously, and Dance of the Apes. What went into that decision then?
More content. More content. I think I feel like I don't want to take credit if it wasn't me, but I'm going to take credit thinking it's me. I realized it's been a couple of months since we put anything out. Might as well give people something else to listen to. So we did that. We added some extra stuff onto it, just as goodies, because like it's a single, but like why not just have more? So we gave more.
Who doesn't like fries with their burger? I mean,
There
Exactly.
you go, right? Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody be like, no, take it back. It's rude.
If I don't want to pay for it, I won't take fries.
Yeah, that's true.
And obviously, it's great listening to your songs at home. But yeah, it's probably best experience live. So if you can't hear it live, then or be there live, I should say, that's the next best thing. Although I hope that as many people as they can get down there for the St. James Lane show, March 6th. Is there cover for that show or no?
$15 or pay what you can according to the poster.
There you go. Perfect. No excuse not to go then.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Wicked. So what else do we have coming up? I believe that's what I was going to ask you. Sorry. So I know I wanted to ask you as well about if you had any ideas coming up for videos for the backdrop at the Tap House. I know you'd be playing at the Tap House in the future as well, and that's something I love about that venue. Lots of things I do, but that's something I really like is having the video screen behind there. And yeah, do you have any ideas coming up for that? Not that you have to reveal them, but just wondering.
Actually, I have. We have had the like glitchy Until Defeat logo that Howard made, which I really like. But I really have wanted to, because I feel as though, especially like us three were born in a time that like so much happened, like media wise and like news wise. I kind of wanted to just have like it cutting in and out of like content and footage from like TV shows we grew up with or video games we grew up with, and then like the other stuff that we were bombarded with, like the stuff on the news and whatnot, because that was scary as well as a kid, and just kind of like that. Nailing the point of like doom scrolling home, where like I'm getting flooded with so much information. Some of it is entertaining, others is like dreadful. So I kind of want to have that like intercutting with the logo. Will I get around to that? I don't know.
But it's an idea.
Maybe. Yeah, it's an idea. That's my idea. Hold me accountable now.
You got a month.
Got a month.
Yeah. I like the idea definitely of having like cartoons and video games and stuff like that. I think I've told you before that a lot of your songs are perfect for like, could have been like in a Tony Hawk video game or something like that. Or
Please, Activision, please.
Yeah, get it going.
I love that, and like those. I listen to those soundtracks like actively, like because they're just so fun and like so good. Like they kind of did the rock band thing where it's like they had a lot of songs that were more well known, but then some songs that people might not have known as well, and so it was like a really great great blend. And I actually grew up with Shaun White snowboarding for the Wii, and I remember that soundtrack, and that's how I learned about like Blue Oyster Cult and stuff. Like it was actually that soundtrack before the SNL skit or anything like that. Like I saw later on. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love when they have like a band that maybe you do know or that you've heard of, but not one of their hits, or they'll have one of their kind of hidden gem songs on there, something like that. It's wicked.
Mm-hmm. I should also go on the record. This is the first time that Aiden's mentioned this idea to the band for the tap
No,
house.
it's not. No, it's not. I have brought it up before. I brought it up at shows. I've been like, this is my idea. I've kind of thought about doing this. I've talked about this before.
When the music is so loud that you can't hear the person next to you.
It's only just because the songwriter gets so much control over everything, the band kicks him out when it comes to discussing anything else.
Creative control issues, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, when it comes to sound, they got Brett down there at the tap house, so the sound's always on key.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wicked. So one other thing I did want to ask before we wrap things up, I wanted to ask you guys if there are any skits coming up as well, because that was something we talked about last time, and I really enjoyed a lot of the skits you had last year, or even I don't know if there were some from 2024 as well. I can't remember. Sorry, but
Oh man, no. The skit started with Howard.
okay, that was okay.
Yeah.
I grew up with like in the era of like Smosh and stuff, so like I've always been like a big fan of like skits and whatnot. I think going forward we might try and make it a bit more suitable, like short form content wise, like still do skits but like keep them a little faster pace and whatnot. But we're still we have quite a few ideas. We just kind of need to pick one and go with it. All of our skits up to a point, like I think pretty much all our skits, it was like mostly figured out, and then something would come up that would change along the way.
Yeah.
And it almost always just was for the better, because it's like, well, what if I did this instead? It's like, oh, that actually makes sense and that sounds funny. Like when we shot the Metal Santa one for the Christmas special. Like initially, like Aiden was supposed to miss catching the keys, but on the second take, he caught them perfectly, and I had to hold in my laughter, and so did he. And it closes it, and I was able to cut. I had exactly enough footage just for that one clip, but like what are the odds that he just catches it perfectly and then like leaves right away? Like I literally put the camera down laughing so hard. Like it just kind of works out in a way, in that way. Like we have an idea. We're shooting it, and then like ideas come up as we're shooting it, and then it makes it better. And I definitely want to continue doing that too.
Absolutely. Just another example of the band having great chemistry, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing a lot of comments here about people saying they love the skits. One said, I think that once the theater kid joined, that's when the skit started.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I actually have some of my scripts from like years ago on that bookshelf behind me.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome.
I did, yeah. I think that's one of the things that like made it easy for me to jump up on stage, like to play music, is because like I was used to being on stage. So it all that changed was that I had an instrument in my hand. So yeah.
Cool. So how far back does that go then, or when did you start being on stage or doing that?
I did some in high school, and then I did some like plays here and there after that, and I'm just very connected with like a lot of people in the theater scene in Winnipeg there, and yeah, I hope to do like some fringe and stuff at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely am like more pursuing the music more, but I do like being on stage in any capacity. So yeah.
Good. Yeah, the music will definitely keep you busy enough, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That is really cool, though. My friend Eric actually just recently auditioned and got a part in a play for the first time, so that's really cool.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, like we said, March 6th, PAC St. James Lanes. It's going to be a wicked show, your guys' first show of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be awesome. I don't know if you guys want to talk about the next show you have coming up after that, or just keep it at this for now, but
I'm obligated to talk about it. I'm playing a band right after us. It's Phantom Killing. First show since 2025. We got a new bass player, Shastri, shout out. Bry is still on lead guitar. We've got a new song coming out, Phantom Killing. I'm now just using this as the Phantom Killing time.
Okay, you've said Phantom Killing enough times. This is the Until Defeat thing. You can have your own segment elsewhere.
March 21st, Handsome Daughter. I'll be on twice, all ages with a Guardian.
Until defeat merch there.
There will be Until Defeat merch there.
There will.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
We will
Well, get
always
that
sell
while you still can.
merchandise.
Get the old merch while you still can and get the new merch to go with
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
We've only got 2 of these shirts left.
Oh, there you go.
We'll sign them. We'll sign them. Buy them while you can.
We'll sign it with black Sharpie, not on the logo.
And we aren't ordering them again for a little time soon because we've got an album coming.
Not final. Not final.
On that.
What's happening? We got a comment that says plug all the bands. I think we may have gone over the Whatever Men are playing on the 6th as well, Death Tax, and what's the 4th one? Can I remember now? I'm so sorry.
Public Disservice.
Okay, my apologies.
New band. I know Liam from Paradise. Shout out Liam.
You got second floor page. I'm just gonna start listing bands. You got Soler. Shout out. I just can't remember any other band. Couriers.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. Awesome. Well, we got another couple of comments that say, I want signed Until Defeat merchandise. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. If you want that, make it down there March 6th. If not, I think March 21st, Handsome Daughter, you just mentioned. And thank you very much for talking with me again. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Thank you for having us.